What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about something a bit more interesting, and that is the Cinder situation, the Cinder drama. We have a new video here that we're going to be watching later, because we're going to be watching this one first. We're going to be watching VTuber ruins her career as like a kind of a recap of what's going on, and Silvervale just exposed how creepy Cinder really is. The reason why I decided to make a video on this was because I had no idea this was going on. I kind of disappeared for a little bit, and oh my god, this has been a rabbit hole. The reason we're not going to watch the Shy Lily one is because when I was going down the rabbit hole, I already watched it, and this has been the most insane drama of 2025 that I've ever seen in my life. It is absolutely insane. I would almost say this might even be beyond drama. Like this isn't like this is crazy. So we're gonna be watching Hero High on it. Give us a nice little recap of the worst apology on the internet. Yeah, she released like a Google Doc, which is funny. Hold on, I wonder if I can find it. My favorite meme that has come from this, by the way. I think this is it. This is going to look at how low quality it is.
Don't want to make an apology?
Good god.
Google Docky.
That's so retarded. The one that I saw though was like they replaced it with like her Google Doc. Oh man, I wish the edit was on here, bro. Google Doc. It's so retarded. Anyway, we're going to be watching the worst apology, and then we're gonna be watching how it got even worse as like a recap, because I haven't seen anything else beyond this point. That was like the last thing that I see was like a Shy Lily's whatever response or whatever she was saying. Dude, this is a gift that keeps on giving. This is ridiculous. No one was expecting this to happen either.
Hey guys,
all right,
thank you for tuning in.
Hero High. So also, it's been a minute since we watched his stuff. Look at it. Even he has a model now. Look at it. Looks pretty good.
Had a lot of people asking me to cover and give my thoughts on the situation with this VTuber Cinder. You see, recently information has come out about Cinder.
I feel alone. Hold on, let me make myself a little bigger.
Basically working behind the scenes with her manager Red or Redacted to try and sabotage the careers of various other VTubers.
Isn't like he also like her boyfriend too, so it's not even really a manager
in various
position.
ways. Now, as you guys probably know, I've recently been slammed covering all this English voice actor stuff in the industry, and so I've had a lot to catch up on regarding this Cinder situation that's been occurring over the last few days. But
there's so much. There's so much. Like there's like channels on YouTube and stuff. This isn't even that bad. There's one where it's just like all responses, like Cinder. Like there's so much information about this that's coming out. It's ridiculous. Like even Newbie clips. Now she's feeling horrible over this Cinder. Man, I wouldn't feel horrible. This is all on one person. Personally, the heck, players are mass quitting. Whatever. I don't know what that was. Even Nux talks about the Cinder trauma. Even he's talking about it. This is just, yeah, no, it's insane.
Catching up quite a bit, and I think I got a pretty good idea of what's been happening. So in this video, I will try and explain and give a summary, also sharing my opinion. We'll also take a look at
this is a nice little summary.
Cinder's apology and how it's being received. Spoiler alert, not well at all.
No.
And I believe this all starts with a statement issued by the artist Nanolis.
Wasn't it like not even
a lot of evidence?
There's no way in hell I'm reading this whole document. The impression that everybody got was that it's like it wasn't actually an apology. It was more like a I'm sorry you feel this way type of deal. In my opinion, I think that's just what the impression people got from it,
including screenshots in a Google Doc where Cinder, along with her manager Redacted or Red, who I believe people are also saying is Cinder's boyfriend, were essentially trying to get Nanolis to impede the business of other VTubers like Silvervale and Bao. Basically, Cinder and Red trying to sabotage the careers of these other VTubers out of spite for them, out of jealousy and stuff like that. For example, some
women moment.
of the things that Cinder and Red were doing to Silvervale include sabotaging Silvervale's commissions, trying to pressure Nanolis to stop working on Silvervale's live 2D birthday model, spreading malicious rumors and lies about Silvervale to Nanolis to try and justify this sort of...
Just wanted to say sorry for some bad. God damn,
sabotage.
This is crazy.
And then a really weird situation at TwitchCon 2023 where Cinder took an unconsented photo with Silvervale during a meet and greet and posted it online. And from what I've read throughout all this stuff, it seems like Cinder was trying to use this picture as some sort of attempt at getting clout by posting it online, further corroborating this really weird behavior.
Yeah, because like the thing with like Cinder is that she always has that friends. That's like that was like her whole persona. I was like, oh, friends, look at all my friends. I'm so happy my friends succeed. And then she does this, you know, and it's like, your whole persona is now
by Cinder towards Silvervale
broken.
Is also statements that came out recently
Or
from
gone.
Aru, in which Aru basically claims that Cinder was trying to befriend Aru with the sole purpose of trying to use Aru to get to Silvervale. Aru providing multiple examples where Cinder was DMing her, trying to get her to create.
God damn, crazy person, calm down. Like, if you don't like someone, best thing, this is so, like crazy. This is like crazy. This is mental illness type of shit. Like, why would you do this?
Create some sort of collab with Cinder and Silvervale, and it just comes off like Cinder was really just trying to use these people for her own potential gain to try and further her own VTuber career. And when Silvervale wasn't really showing any interest in collabing with Cinder, it seemed like that's part of what really set Cinder off. And she then kept trying to
oh, you didn't collab with me? Okay, time to sabotage
Silvervale's career behind the scenes. Also, essentially cutting off her communications with Aru, which once again is part of why Aru felt like Cinder was just trying to use her to get to Silvervale. But Cinder and Red, they weren't done there.
She had like this whole like weird mental illness thing going on with Silvervale. Like, she didn't like her at all, but was trying to get close to her to sabotage her, freaking, because like their models look kind of similar, but like when I saw like the comparisons, they just did not look the same at all. Like, I could not see any similarities. It's like, oh, they're both like hellhounds, and I'm like, oh, okay, who gives a fucking shit? Like, oh no, more than one. Welcome to the internet. There's only sorry, people are going to copy, people are going to be inspired. It's just what's gonna happen. Like, god damn, crazy mental illness
Cinder
mentality, in my opinion, by the way.
To sabotage Bao's career by similarly also trying to get Nanolist to
Wasn't Bao the one that got it the worst? I haven't really seen the much on Bao. I've seen like Shy Lily. She was like the most prominent one. I think that's the one that I was recommended though when I looked this stuff up. Another Google Doc. I was very hurt. Dude, there were so many Google Docs, bro.
Cancel commissions for Bao, saying really weird things like, Bao's been getting on our nerves for a while. This quote that's really ironic. Has a way of guilt tripping others to get her way. They said about Bao.
Redacted. That's the boyfriend, by the way. I wonder if he has a vested interest. And plus, she's gone 3D lately. Wait, hold on. She's given a lot of bias at GS. I don't even know what GS is. Sometimes over Cinder, and we can't really confront them about it. And plus, she's gone 3D lately. Man, people are retarded. Oh my god, there we go. I fixed it. I fixed my issue. I was running it at 30 frames at 1280. What was I thinking? There we go. Oh, a lot smoother. Okay, there we go. Anyway, we back. I was like, man, it's looking weird in OBS. We back. We're back to being high quality.
No evidence of Bao doing that, of course. As we know, it turns out Cinder and Red were actually the ones doing that stuff to others.
Evidence? I was watching SAO Abridged. Evidence? I don't need no evidence. Oh my god.
Other people, amongst other terrible things. Then there's the VTuber Spite, who Cinder was also extraordinarily petty to.
God damn, like everyone.
And Red. They're both very upset at Spite.
Why? Do you know how much energy you have to expend to just constantly have a problem with this many people? God damn, who cares? Like, what a waste of time and effort. And finances. I can only imagine how much Cinder spent trying to screw over her friends. Screw that, I'd rather keep my money.
Spite for having the audacity to also have, like,
I'm cheap as hell though, so
ears and like fire themes for her VTuber. Extremely petty grade school level stuff.
Wow, really? Are taking her ideas like flames. Oh no. One of the most common fucking things on planet Earth that a lot of people incorporate into their art? Like, do you think you're like unique in any kind of way? Come on, be ridiculous. God, dude, what a waste of time. This is like mental illness level. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is crazy. It's all in my opinion too.
Stuff here. And then there was a bunch of really weird actions with Cinder seemingly trying to overshadow Spite. Like, when Spite would announce a new live 2D model and like new merch, then coincidentally Cinder would also start announcing things either on the same day or shortly after. This led Spite to believe that somehow Cinder was monitoring her work and, as mentioned, trying to do what she could to like overshadow
Dude, how
Spite.
crazy.
Spite going on to say that
how crazy do you have to be to do all this?
He felt unfairly targeted by Cinder, receiving onto hate despite not even having any direct interaction with Cinder. So that was something really similar to Silvervale there too. Like, to my understanding, Silvervale never really interacted with Cinder, and as mentioned just now, same thing with Spite, Yet Cinder really tried to go after these people, really tried to do what she could to either like use them for her own gain, and then in the case of Silvervale, when that wouldn't work out so well, trying to just like sabotage Silvervale's career, and then of course all this petty behavior to spite, because how dare she also have like a somewhat similar design kind of thing going on. Like, it's seriously some of the most pathetic stuff. I feel like I lose IQ just like talking about this, because just knowing that people
it's like the most petty waste of time, waste of finances, freaking waste of energy, like behavior. Like, oh, I'd rather just make content, have fun, you know, like what I'm doing right now, react to shit, instead of doing this weird mental illness behavior, in my opinion. I'm gonna say in my opinion, you know, I don't want to get sued, you know, this person seems very unhinged, so, you know, got all my bases covered.
Like Cinder and Red were acting.
Y'all hear that in the background? Windows open. It's hot as shit.
This lame and pathetic, this petty, this malicious. It's just gross. Like, what's wrong with some of these people? Oh, we're not done there, by the way. Cinder and Red were also going after Shy Lily. So it sounds
oh my god, dude, they just were going after everybody. Who does this? Imagine if you just like were sane, you know, like if you were just normal, like a sane human being. You're just like, yeah, I just want to hang out with my friends and do whatever. Your career would be fine. You don't have to be. Imagine if you actually helped other people instead of trying to trash them and put them down. Like, imagine like actually being able to have a long-lasting career instead of trying to be the biggest for some reason. The biggest generic person, right? Oh, you incorporated flames in your model. Oh, it's like, I'm sorry, but when it comes to artwork, there's only so much you can do, like especially with like an anime model. Like for me, I like the purple and black look. You know how many other models have the purple and black look? Like, for real.
Was mad at Shy Lily because
that's just what this industry is, like taking inspirations from one another. God damn, holding each other up, helping each other out.
Shy Lily wasn't contacting her,
but then you also get the backstabbers, so you have to be very careful.
As frequently as they were before. This led to Red trying to pressure Nanolis into revealing personal information about Shy Lily, which falls in line with the theme that we've been talking about throughout this video already, with Red and Cinder trying to like...
Do you know who's rigging Lily's model? Bro, I need to shut the window. There's so much going on. What kind of mental illness do you... The only time when this is appropriate is like if you need rigging done and you have like a friend and you could be trusted. They trust you, you trust them. It's like, hey, I need rigging done on my model. Do you know who's rigging? Like, I would love to get some work done. Pay them. Like, yeah, you know, normal behavior. Now this is, hey, we're gonna do sabotaging.
Monitor other VTubers and what they're doing. And just to be clear about the context here, it does sound like Shy Lily was a friend of Cinder. So this wasn't like...
A lot of people were friends with her. That's the thing. Like, she was being like a pretend friend to sabotage them behind their back. Like, a lot of people were friends with her.
In Silvervale and Cinder in Spite, where there really wasn't like any relationship there at all. And it just goes to show that, you know, no one was safe from Cinder and Red.
Yeah.
Whether you were an acquaintance, a friend, or... had no relationship.
Friends, or her pretend friends. Her and Silvervale are such good friends, even though they've never really talked, like maybe once.
No interaction
what
at
I
all
saw.
With Cinder. She might feel some sort of petty way towards you and try to do malicious things to you behind the scenes. Obviously, I've only been showing very small bits and pieces of all this stuff.
There's so much information.
There's like so much pages and pages in Google Docs. So if you want to like read all that on your own, the information is out there. But let me just show you like this, for example. I can't believe how weird this guy is, man. This Red guy, real piece of work, messages Nanolis and says this about Shy Lily. Feels like we're gonna have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Cinder and wants the same model mama. Bro, it's so insecure. Meanwhile, Shy Lily thinks like, oh yeah, you know, Cinder's a friend of mine. Like, we get along, we're friends. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Cinder and her manager are acting like this towards her, just treating her as competition and trying to dissuade people from working with her. I want to quickly, specifically talk about this one too, where Red's like, well, I think the main things we're looking for are for you, to Nanolis, to not take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new models / outfits with that person again. You'd still be...
Oh my god, dude. These people are so fucking... Ugh.
Able to work on model / outfits with all your other existing babies, and your artwork comms wouldn't be affected. One of our concerns is that the more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore.
Which is funny because that's not how that works. That's just false bullshit. You mean when an artist puts more work out there, all of a sudden their art's not worth as much? No, that's not how that fucking works. My god. These people are insufferable.
Bro, straight up loser behavior. You're really that insecure? Oh my gosh, if a lot of people have the same model creator, model
Who? Yeah, anyway.
mama. Like, we're worried about the value of our model.
Remember.
Like, bro, just focus on being an entertaining VTuber, or
As a matter of fact, I'd say it's the opposite. The more work that they get, the more higher they are valued, which means the more that they are worth, which means the more you have to spend on their artwork, their models. Therefore, the more that they do, the more it's worth. The fuck you on about?
I guess, you know, this isn't Cinder. This is Cinder's manager, but like that's all Cinder would have to do. Just be entertaining, be genuine, be a good person. And just so
make entertaining content? Fuck you. What the hell you on about, buddy? Get out of here.
We're clear, based off other stuff out there too, it absolutely does sound like Cinder is well aware, has been well aware that Redacted's been doing this sort of thing behind the scenes to try and sabotage.
No. She's not aware. They've only been boyfriend and girlfriend for many years. He has a vested interest as her manager also. No, they never talked. She had no idea. I find that very hard to believe that she has no idea. Bro. I mean, that is also my opinion either. I guess more info could be coming out, but so far, I don't believe it personally.
Sabotage the careers of other VTubers and ones that it seems like Cinder has been specifically saying to Red she's like viewing as competition and whatever. Anyways, back to this. Red then says, and the second is that there's a few people we would just rather not be able to have a model from you. Maybe not any new babies at all.
Who cares? Why do you care so much?
There's been a lot of bias with another one of our partners with certain creators, and we'd rather these creators not have what makes Cinder unique, which is your artwork. I love how this is like actually an indirect insult to Cinder. So the only thing that makes Cinder unique is the artwork. So she's not unique at all in her personality, like as her own person. Like, great look right there, bro. Really shows how insecure these people are. Now I'd like to play a brief portion.
I mean, you could do things, you work on your content. Like for me, I would eventually hire an exclusive editor, somebody that could do my videos a lot more justice, a lot more better, make content better. Like you could be doing things like that. You could be like, you know, maybe I should learn something new instead of relying completely on your model. My God, you know, ridiculous. How ridiculous. It's always the thing that I try to do. I always try to edit videos better, or at least, you know, do a decent job out there.
About addressing the situation, and I think she's spot on.
Instead of just completely relying on one thing, because that's like when it comes to content creation, you want to build up a nice steady skills of everything, you know, like photoshopping, editing, and entertaining. It is quite an uphill battle, but eventually you start getting it down, start getting better. The two things that I definitely need to work on is my videos and photoshopping. I want to get better at those. Imagine actually trying to better your content instead of trying to outpay your competition, because that's essentially what this is. It's just, God, I can only imagine how much money you're throwing away. Like, good God.
What were these?
Oh, this is Bao, right? I think I saw this one too. I think this is Bao. It is Bao. Wait, Bao. Yeah, Bao. What is this? Bao art. Anyway, I saw this one. This one was really sad.
At hand, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I get it. Bowel bath. Anyway,
it's not like we're in high school and we're competing for prom queen or anything, you know? Like,
yeah, this is like a person with like high school mentality, Cinder, not Bao, you know, acting like they're in high school. Good God.
It's people's livelihoods, it's people's businesses, it's people's brands. That affects them. Like, and I thought we established that by meeting each other in person, that behind this avatar is a human being with feelings and thoughts and dreams, and it sounds really fucking corny when I say it, but it's true.
On April 26th.
Well, that's what like the entirety of making content on YouTube is hopes and dreams. Like there's nothing childish about that. The childish part is pretending to be your friend and then stabbing you in the back. I would say that's the that's the childish part. I would say, dude, it was really sad, like this video.
Cinder posted this statement that reads, effective immediately, Redacted will no longer be managing or overseeing my VTuber activities. He no longer represents me as a creator, my brand, or my intentions. I'm sorry, everyone. I will make a larger response when I'm able. This post getting a community note that reads, Cinder revealed themselves, as well as Vamps Peaches VT, that Redacted/Red was Cinder's partner. Moreover, per Bao's, Nanolis, and Silverveil's account, Redacted acted with Cinder's knowledge and consent, both of which directly engaged in libel towards other creators.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Pulling that up, Cinder made this Google Doc post titled "My Apology."
So it makes it very empty too.
Now, similarly to what we've been doing throughout this video, I'm not going to read the entire thing out loud, but I will summarize it. So Cinder does apologize to a number of the people that were negatively impacted by the actions of her and Red. However, she seems to try and deflect a lot of the blame onto Red, which is one of the main critiques that she's currently getting, that she's deflecting, or as some people say, she's gaslighting. Other issues people take with the apology are, for example, where she talks about her unhealthy work-life balance, and a section where Cinder says that she's always had a low social battery. But this has led to many people criticizing her as trying to use mental health as some sort of excuse here, which obviously would not be a good excuse at all. As at least in my opinion, that certainly doesn't excuse the actions of like trying to manipulate things and people behind the scenes, trying to sabotage people.
Low social battery. Most retarded thing I've ever heard in my life. Low social battery. My God.
Stabbing people.
That's why I needed to be a fucking asshole to people and try to ruin their lives and their careers. Because I have a low social battery. You can't make this up.
Lying about people, all this stuff, right? There's really no excuse for those actions.
No. It's a low social battery.
Now we'll take a look at the response that
weren't you paying attention, dude?
Apology. The absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolute insanity.
She went
the pain
insane.
and mental torment you've caused to the ones closest and most supportive of you has been devastating, and I've never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting. Reading and hearing of how you've really viewed me behind my back, not just through screenshots of your man, but also your very own messages, while having to sit here and read through these BS lies you spin, makes me
I need to start a Twitter. I need to start a Twitter and start following these people, because this shit is awesome. I love seeing people just like go hard on this shit. It's amazing.
That you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to, when everyone who shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person, sharing every waking moment while loving to jump at the slightest opportunity to turn into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given, even when talking about your friends, is sickening. I've experienced your own actions without Red, in a situation where in your own screenshotted words you express a pleasure to live up to what Lily is, and proceeded to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuous planning, just because you consistently chose business over friends, never feeling bad for failing them. Just to earn the bag and compete with me over a V-Card collab that you rescheduled to be on the exact date your friend needed you to keep an important promise. You actively lied about it to them, instead blaming me for a collab you rescheduled, adding me to the pool of excuses to save you when you realized you were being a bad friend. Why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed to on one of the most important days in that friend's career? Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even have these opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. You claim that it's just business. Well, in the business world, there has to be accountability, and all you've done is try and shove it away and admit to nothing. In true narcissistic fashion, you're only feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences in your career and try to salvage it. I'm sorry for everyone who looked up to you as an inspiration, and I'm especially sorry for your fans. Pyro Pups deserve better.
Oof.
There are thousands of responses to Shy Lily, and all the ones that I can see through scrolling and
She went so fucking hard on that tweet, like, god damn.
Scrolling are all positive. This is basically the complete invert of the thousands of responses to Cinder that through all of my scrolling I see 0 that are positive and all that are in fact negative and critical. Safe to say once again that Cinder's apology is not being well received by the majority of people, and even that might be an understatement. Personally, I think that her actions and Red's actions, as I've said throughout this video, are absolutely pathetic, and I do feel bad for everyone negatively impacted by their actions. The last thing that I want to show you guys really quick is a clip that's been going around of an interaction that Cinder had with Nero-sama that you could say has a bit of foreshadowing.
Okay, I don't think I've seen this. Hold on a second. What?
Are you?
Not if that's what she likes.
Giganuro has good reasons to hunt you down. You shouldn't be laughing.
Why? What did I do?
You were bad-mouthing her in your Discord DMs. She knows everything. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll leave it there for today, guys. Once again, wish all the best to everyone negatively impacted by Cinder and Red. That is the coverage. That is my opinion. Well, it's a summary, you know, of what's been going on. Hopefully you enjoyed my coverage, though. Hopefully the summary was adequate.
I thought it was. I think you did a really good job. I mean, there's just so much information to cover. Like, I think Hero High did very
My
good for
apologies for
this
not being able to
video. We're
cover
gonna watch the other one though, of
this
course.
sooner and like in more detail. But yeah,
I mean, even he made 3 videos on this. We're skipping the second one though, since I've already personally seen this one. We all already know the Shy Lily stuff. We haven't seen any of this though. Anyway, I am gonna timestamp it at this point. So at this point, we've already watched the first one. If you've already seen like the recap, then now here's the newest information. Somehow she got even worse. Silverveil just exposed how creepy Cinder really is. Oh my god. So welcome to the second half of this same video. That was a good recap anyway. Oh my god, it's going to get worse, isn't it? I also really like how his thumbnails are done. Clean and simple. I was thinking of I'm gonna steal him. I'm gonna steal his idea, and then I'm gonna try and DM Hero High, and then you know, be really mean to him, DMs, and then claim that he's my best friend. And yeah, I'm gonna sabotage everyone I meet behind their back for some reason, because that's not you know, that's normal behavior. It's how exhausting does it have to be to constantly sit there and just do shit like this? Because not only is it mentally exhausting, it's physically exhausting and financially exhausting. Screw that, I'm keeping my money. I ain't gonna spend a single dime on trying to screw other people over. Hell no, I'm cheap.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning.
Alright, Silverveil just exposed how creepy Cinder really is. Okay, here we go.
So there are a few more details I'd like to talk about today regarding the Cinder Red situation.
Even more.
As yesterday, Silverveil talked about this on stream.
Okay.
And provided us
I
with
didn't
some
know.
more
I don't know
very
this, so
interesting insight.
we're jumping in.
If you're completely out of the loop on the situation, I tried to give a summary while going over some of the
and that's the first half of this video too, is like his summary.
The most important details the other day in a video that I made, and I'll link in the description for you. If you want more thorough details, there are plenty of videos talking about all of this in greater detail on YouTube. And if you just want a super quick TLDR.
Oh, and by the way, yes, I'm gonna also link these down in the description below, so you can go check out these videos. I'll also link his channel as well, so you go subscribe to Hero High himself, the legend. He does this shit really well. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
To get in the loop with this, I will try and explain that right now in like 30 seconds. So basically, this VTuber Cinder and her manager Red got caught spreading lies about other VTubers behind the scenes in attempts to damage their reputation and negatively impact them financially. In some cases, Cinder was doing this to people she didn't even really know at all. For example, Silverveil.
She did it to people she did know. She did it to everybody.
She has some like personal vendetta against, despite, as mentioned, not even really knowing her at all and having no real interaction with her. And another case is like what she did to Bao and Shy Lily.
Hold on, I'm gonna say allegedly. This this person, I'm gonna try and swear less on my video. This very sane person, not with mental illness, is willing to spend a bunch of money to screw over her friends. You know, so I'm gonna say allegedly.
These were people that she was pretending to be friends with,
crazy.
Only to be stabbing them in the back and trying to damage them behind the scenes. And so yeah, that was a super quick TLDR. But there's still like one important caveat I'd like to mention to all of this. As you probably know, in the EN VTuber scene, there's been tons of
God damn it, my headphones are about to die. Hold on.
Caveat I'd like to mention to all of this. As you probably know, in the EN VTuber scene, there's been tons of petty drama over the years that gets posted on Twitter. People making
yes, and we're here for it. We love petty drama. It gives us content. Anyway.
Pieces, Twitlongers, Google Docs, etc., against other VTubers over the most petty stuff you could possibly imagine. And I never cover that stuff because, like I said, it's all just so petty and weird. But this
it is petty and weird. It can be funny sometimes. It's just really stupid.
Specific situation, however, is not just petty drama. While Cinder and Red absolutely did act in petty ways and like some grade school level ways, extremely pathetic behavior, the fact that Cinder and Red were also trying to actively ruin the business of other people and negatively harm them.
And that's why I was saying like this also feels like it's kind of beyond drama too.
Their lively,
because it isn't just like the way that she's acting like a teenager in high school while trying to ruin people's legitimate businesses. So it's like it's both.
By damaging their reputations and their financial income. Well, it makes this situation one of the worst that we have ever seen in the indie VTuber space, in my opinion. All right, with that all said, thank you for your patience. Now let's see what Silverveil has to say.
And like I've been contacted by other artists after my doc came out. And I guess I'm really glad that I put that part in there about worrying that she had been saying things about me, because that was true, apparently. They
Damn.
told me that she had told them that I hated her and I was this malicious person and that I was so mean and I just hated her so much. Like, usually conveniently right
Oh
after
my
doing a
God.
project or art piece or something with me that got traction and she didn't like it.
Who does this? You know how I keep saying this, you know how exhausting it is to just do shit like this to other people? Like, move on. God damn. Especially since like it's false. Just bullshit.
And they told me that hearing that made them less inclined to work with me again. Because they think I'm this evil, terrible person. Because why would she say that if it wasn't true? Like, why would you lie about someone?
That's so freaking petty and crazy. Like, Silvervale would have some art, gets a lot of likes on Twitter. People are enjoying the art. Cinder sees that, just like seething. Looks for the artist that made it.
Just who does this, dude? That's what I do. I sit there on Twitter the moment I see somebody post something that they really like they do like artwork or they get artwork done of themselves. So I just start seething, like start sweating, like just immediately delve into like my 50th personality, get all angry.
It DMs them like, why are you drawing Silvervale? Don't you
God, and she went out her way to DM the artist, bro.
know she's problematic? Don't you know she's a terrible person?
God.
Like, you should never
My God.
draw art with Silvervale again, of art of Silvervale again. Now, of course, since we're not seeing those DMs, it is still technically hearsay, but it does also line up with the DMs that we have seen.
We all know why we have to say hearsay, allegedly, and in my opinion, it is what it is. We have to cover our bases as content creators.
Cinder, Red, to Nanolis.
And that happened so much.
And by the way, in front of everybody, so this is going on behind like Silvervale's back, but to her face, she's like, "We're friends, right? We're such good besties." And she's like, "No, we're not friends."
It wasn't just Nana, it was so many
Can't
other
make
people.
this up.
I'm like, I wish someone would have told me if this was going on for so long. But you don't.
All right, this is the trick that you got to do. You got to find an artist that literally has no standards. So if like anybody reaches out to them and like, "Why are you working with this content creator? Like, don't you know they're a problem?" Like the artist is gonna be like, "Yeah, I have no standards for myself." There you go. That's the trick. We figured it out. Just find an NSFW artist, someone that just draws porn. Where they're just like, "Brother, I draw porn. Like, do you think I'm gonna give a shit about like a controversial guy that says opinions? Well, who cares? Guy or girl don't matter." Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, donations. Interesting. I didn't know that was going on.
Think that someone's gonna lie to you, right? Like I understand why people didn't tell me. If you think that I'm like this evil person that just hates everyone, like I get it. So I don't blame them.
Actually, I do think it's pretty weird. I'm gonna defend Silver on that one. I don't see like why anyone would just believe some random DM coming from Cinder or Red that's just clearly trying to smear Silver with no evidence.
All I ever did was just fall and play video games.
I think a lot of people get caught up in like the size of these channels too, because if it's just some random person reaching out to you, they're gonna not give a shit. The thing with Cinder is that she has a massive following behind her, so a lot of people, even if it's against their better judgment, they're gonna pay attention to it and listen to her for some fucking reason. I think that's what it is too. I think it could just be like I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that though. That's just my opinion.
And stream and happen to be the same fucking animal.
Why that is.
That's it.
But she is 100% right. You know, I will defend her too. She right. Silver is right.
Like that's the reason you want to destroy my whole career and ruin friendships and tear me down.
Yeah, for the long-lasting career that she destroyed in a very short span. Yeah, my God. Imagine this. You'd have more money and a longer-lasting career if you just didn't care about what other people were doing. Imagine that. If you're just like, "Oh, that's a cool model. Who cares if there's similarities?" Like, why do you have to have some, like, weird mental illness about this? Which now means that I'm going to have to do a Hellhound myself with fire. Because, you know, fire is only unique to one person, you know? No one else has fire at all. At all. Like no one. Nada. Ugh.
Because people compare you to me. Like it's fucked.
I would say there's a small amount of people that compared her. They're gonna do that to everybody though. They do that to literally everyone. People compare everyone to everyone. Why are you sitting there on Reddit or on Twitter seeing that people are comparing you to another content creator or VTuber? It happens all the time. It's not just in the VTubing space. My attitude towards it though, if somebody says I either look like someone else or I have content like somebody else, my go-to is like, damn, great minds think alike. What can I say? You know, it is what it is.
It's so freaking petty and weird. Like, guys,
Yeah,
believe
it is
or
so
not,
weird.
there are YouTubers that I get compared to, and they get compared to me too. But you know what? It's not a big deal. And
like I said, everybody gets compared to everybody. That's just what it means to be on the internet.
people who watch videos and streams, they're allowed to watch whoever they want. It's so insecure for...
Yeah, but if you're not watching me, like, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your life? I mean, come on, what are you, some kind of loser? Not watching me? What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna call everyone losers until they subscribe to me. But hey, you know, if you subscribe to me, you're still a loser. You're just lesser of a loser, you know? Like, you go from 100% loser to 99% loser. The reason for that is because I'm still a loser myself, so... There's no winning on this channel.
For Cinder...
no winning allowed.
And Red... to be so concerned about Silver, like, oh, Silver is like a wolf and Cinder.
Yeah, and it's such a waste of time being so concerned with other people too.
Cinder's like a fire wolf, like, yeah, I don't even know, dude. I can't even do a parody of that dialogue because it's so like hard to even think about.
It's like a fucking like a Disney villain, essentially. Ugh, how dare you? You're just like me. There can only be one.
Like, it's hard to conceptualize. It's so unbelievable. I just have to go back to the DMs that we saw, I guess, where Red was saying to Nanolist, like, we're concerned about other nano babies. We don't want you to make any more nano babies or models for anyone else.
Oh my god. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know what a nano baby or what that means, is that whoever draws or whatever artist does like a VTube model or whatever, the more that they have, they just consider like that model the baby of that artist. So like if I were to hire Nano to do a model, no way in hell I have enough money, but if I did, my model would be considered a nano baby and she would be the meme, or he would be the meme. I don't know who Nano is. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. All I know is that it's Nano. So
Not
yeah,
at all.
yeah. I let me clear that up if anybody was wondering. That's what that means.
It's diminishing the value. Like this too, going back to Nano's document. Now that we know that Silvervale is VTuber 1 in this document, where Red was saying to Nano, I think it's more like wanting Silver to recognize Cinder, even though it literally doesn't matter. Says the person trying to like.
If it didn't matter, if it didn't fucking matter, why are you writing it down and sending it to this person? I just want to recognize Cinder. It doesn't matter though. Like, you're crossing your arms, all getting all pissy. Like, goddamn.
Because of some petty nonsense.
Yeah, if it didn't matter, you wouldn't write it down.
That you're making up. Some like jealousy or something, insecurity.
Feel like there's an unspoken competition. Yeah, with yourself in the mirror. Like, who cares?
I feel like there's
no one cares.
This unspoken competition between them. Like they need to one up each other.
Yeah, maybe your personalities, in my opinion.
Because Silver can't get along. What? So yeah, again, I'm presuming that's Silver here, because we know Silver is VTuber 1 now. So probably says because Silver can't get along. Meanwhile, Silver's just like doing her own thing, not bothering Cinder at all, and Cinder's trying to like actively sabotage Silver with Red behind the scenes. But I also understand her point of view. A new VTuber who people say looks, sounds, and acts like you becomes just as successful as you in a year. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like she's endorsing her copy. Or like, I've seen some people say her replacement. They share a lot of the same audience too. This is like such insane projection. As mentioned, Silver, there's no evidence that Silver felt this way at all. Silver was just doing her own thing. Meanwhile, these people are the ones who've been feeling this extremely petty way towards Silver. But yeah, of course, there's
how terminally ill online do you have to be where the person that you're in a fake competition with literally doesn't even acknowledge you and you're just seething?
Any more to all of this, including what Red was doing to Silver. That's just one quick example I wanted to pull up based on what we just saw Silver talking about. Made me think of that once again. But now let's return back to Silver.
I don't know, it doesn't feel real. Like, it feels like I'm in this alternate reality.
It's because it isn't real. You were thrusted into something that was all fake, made up bullshit in her mind. Of course it doesn't feel real to you because it isn't real. That's how I thought too. It's like, no, none of this is real. This person's just sabotaging because like making shit up in her head.
Fucking.
Yeah, what a weirdo. What a goober. What a goofball.
Nightmare. Like.
Freaking, you know that like scene from Baki where like I saw this scene online. I've never seen the I think this is it. I think this is it. I've never seen this show at all. I've just seen this online. Yeah, this is Cinder right now. Just in the whatever competition. What is this music, dude? Yeah, right here. Just in a battle with no one. And that's everybody else just sitting right here going, wow, this person looks insane. Actually, I take it back. I'm Baki. Look at those muscles. Yeah, me, IRL. That's me right when I wake up in the morning. Just a glistening, beautiful specimen. I don't know why it just reminded me of this scene where you're just battling with yourself. Like, goddamn. This music, though, making it so much better. Isn't Bankai from Bleach, though? Bankai. No, that's from someone else. Bankai's from your enemy. Where? It is from Bleach. Go fuck yourself. Oh, speaking of animes I don't really care for, Attack on Titan. There you go. Yeah, you're just fighting yourself. Your imaginary battle.
It's insane. To find out all of this and know that I was just like being silently destroyed from someone, it feels like a bad comic book villain. Like, who does this?
Yeah, seriously, it does feel like that. I mean,
not even a
why
comic
earlier
book
in the video I
villain.
was having a hard
Not even that. Comic book villains are actually decent. This is like Disney villain shit.
time even like parodying them because like they are already acting like a parody, like some kind of like freaking mustache twirler.
And her apology, oh my fucking god, her apology, dude. Like, no words can express how fucking disgusting that was. There was zero accountability, like... It's so fucked up. I didn't talk to her. I never talked about her. Like, she was there for years talking about me. Like, I got...
You had no idea anything was going on, dude. This person, in my opinion, is crazy and has some mental illness going on for sure.
weird vibes.
Like, what the
ever
fuck?
since, like, I guess where it all started. And a lot of you probably don't even remember this. But it stuck with me. She had this fan art of me and her. And she made a ship tag Cindervale.
What? Wait, did she commission it herself? Listen, if a fan did that, then that's one thing. Like, you can't do anything about that. But she's commissioning that with somebody that, like, she doesn't even know? That's so weird.
She's the one that came up with that art tag.
Okay. This shit is so weird, bro.
And she talked about how close our designs were. And that she wanted to be
I
both
still
girls
don't
together.
see it. I still don't see it. Like I said, there's only so much you could do with anime, like all anime characters, or you can only do so much before it's like starts blending together.
And it was so strange.
I don't see the
because
similarities.
I didn't know this person. Like, she just came out of nowhere, and the art was sweet, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to read.
Just say it how it is. It was weird, okay? I know you're saying it's sweet. I'll say it. I'll say it for you. Shit's weird. Why would you do that? Why would you commission art so that you can ship yourself with somebody that doesn't know you? I'm gonna do that with Markiplier. I'm gonna do me and Markiplier. We're gonna be kissing, be making out, and then I'm gonna send it to him and I'm gonna post it online and be like, dude, check this out. We are shipped. We're shipping together. Hashtag. I don't know. I can't think of a hashtag for some dumb shit like that. Hashtag based. Hashtag brain rot. God.
Retweet that.
So
like,
weird.
I don't want to push a ship tag. And what was really weird is, so my mom retweets tons of art of me, and she's amazing. I love her so much.
No, did she retweet it?
And she didn't retweet that one.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. It would have been like, because if she retweeted, it would have been like, oh, accidental. Like, that's just. But if her mother knew, it's like, yeah, that's weird.
Cinder's manager messaged Yoshi. I don't know why they messaged Yoshi. Maybe because they didn't want to message my mom. But they messaged Yoshi asking why my mom didn't retweet the art.
Oh my
Which is such a weird thing to do. Like,
these people. Why didn't your mom retweet our art in the first place? That's weird. Why do you? Oh my god, dude. This is on a level of mental illness that I have never seen in my life. God damn. In my opinion, allegedly. Holy shit. Like, what? What? Why didn't your mom retweet it? And the same thing. Your mom has nothing to do with this. Like, the hell? So weird.
Why is that just expected? And like, if that's being the first thing,
I'm gonna tweet something, and if all the people that I have in my imagination don't retweet it, all right, I'm gonna get all mad, and then I'm gonna DM them like a million DMs. Like, what the hell? Why didn't you DM or not DM, why didn't you retweet this thing that I had in my imagination?
You do, like, that really shows that your whole goal
Just getting all mad at random people.
Is just social media attraction.
Which personality am I gonna choose today?
People do, like, that's why artists make art with streamers, and you know, like, I get that that's why, but that's so fucked up and so shameless and strange and weird, and just really showed their hand that, like, well, this is all we care about.
Yeah, that is definitely weird. That's like extremely creepy. Like, hey, I don't know this person. I've had like no interactions of them at all, but let's get some ship art and make a ship tag and try to get them to use that. Like,
it's so
clearly
weird.
An attempt at trying to get clout. Clearly an attempt at trying to use Silvervale to...
All right, Hero, I have an idea. I'm reacting to you. I'm going to commission some art that's going to ship me and you together. I'm going to tweet it, and if you don't retweet it, I'm going to get really mad. I'm going to be really parasocial, too. My God, dude.
The, like, leech...
I'm joking, by the way, for anybody that's wondering. Imagine. Sometimes you say you're joking.
Viewers and
some people won't get it.
Just really weird behavior. And like Silver said,
it's not weird, it's normal.
Trying to become successful in the space, that's understandable. But the way that Cinder was going about it in this deceitful, manipulative, creepy, fill-in-the-blank way, that is definitely not normal. And of course, that was only like some of the stuff that really set Cinder off. From that point on, like, Silver not wanting anything to do with Cinder, and not being rude or mean, just not, you know, being interested in collabing and stuff.
Yeah, which means that there's nothing wrong with that. You can reach out to somebody like, yeah, that's cool. I'm not really interested in hanging out with you or collabing with you. Cool. All right, move on. They said no. Respect their decision. It's that simple.
Her own thing, which is totally fine. As a matter of fact, like, I feel bad sometimes because there's times where people have wanted to collab with me and like invite me on their shows, and I just don't ever end up making it on. I kind of just like doing my own thing too, but I like these people. I just
nothing wrong with that.
Doing my own thing, and I only have so much time to.
Who does this shit, dude? This shit is so mentally ill.
It is what it is. It's nothing like rude or anything, and they're fine with it. They all understand, but Cinder's one of those people apparently who doesn't understand. Like, Silver wanted to do her own thing. Nah, gotta ruin her life. Gotta ruin her business. That's apparently how
for no reason.
It's just insane.
It's the best.
But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for today, guys. That is also pretty much all the time I have for today. So, as mentioned, I'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments. Crazy stuff. Crazy world, huh?
Yeah, crazy.
If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider
crazy. Anyway, I am going to link these videos down in the description below. And I'm going to probably link his channel too. Go check out Hero High. He's great. He makes great content. Great recap. More information. This is just, it seems like more and more and more is going to keep coming out. There's actually another content creator that I know about. Look at this shit. He makes a lot on it. Oh, look, he's streaming right now. All right, we'll just go to his channel. Look at this. He makes like Cinder, dude. 4 days ago. God damn. There's so much like information. Like this one. I actually watched this one, as you can tell. I did watch this one. I think that's how I watched it. I watched it through him. Super interesting. It's actually kind of how I found his channel, was because of the Cinder information. Crazy. Anyway, I wanted to make a video on it because I think it is super interesting. I don't even know if I would consider this drama in the first place. This seems beyond drama. Like, she's acting like a little child, but trying to legitimately destroy people's businesses, allegedly, you know? I say that because I don't want to, you know, weirdo up my ass. Anyway, peace out. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Like and subscribe. Peace.